another weekend vlog. I'm so excited because this vlog is gonna be so fun, and I have big news for you guys. As you could probably tell from the title of the vlog, I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. I know you guys are like, what keys are you talking about? But I'm so excited to announce that I got an office space / studio space. I'm super excited. Now I can move out of my son bedroom. For you guys who've been following me for a while or been subscribed to the channel, you guys know since I moved from my old house into the apartment that I'm in now, I've been using my son bedroom to shoot my YouTube videos, my reels on IG. That's my tiny corner over there that I create most of my content, just because my son bedroom get the best light. So I'm so excited to tell you guys that the struggle is over. I got a creative studio / office space that I'm gonna be using to create content, to shoot videos, to shoot reels, to do photo shoots for my boutique, all of that good stuff. I'm so excited for that. But let me do the intro to the video because I am jumping. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Emmalyn Love. I am a fashion lifestyle blogger, and here on this channel I do styling videos, try on hauls, all of that good stuff. So if you're new to the channel, you should definitely go ahead and subscribe. I also run an online boutique. It's called Shop Emmalyn Love. I'll put the link in the description for you guys to go ahead and check it out. Today is Friday. I'm looking for my phone to see the day. Today is Friday the 29th, April 29th. Woke up this morning, got hair, got makeup done. I went to the nail salon, got my nails done. I changed the color. I had orange on there. I got my nails done. I got a pedicure. I shipped out some orders, dropped my son off to school, all of that good stuff. Came home, got ready to go and pick up the keys for the studio. I've already went there. It's 6 something now. I didn't get a chance to do the intro before going because I was running late and I had to rush out. But before I give you guys a tour of the space, let me just give you a little backstory of how all this came to be, how it all started, and how we got here. Y'all, I'm so happy. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. A few months ago, back in November, I remember very well, it was November. Well, before November, when I moved from my old house, at my old house, I had an office where I converted my garage into like an office space that I used to use for my boutique to shoot photos. So when I sold the house and moved into this apartment, I've talked about this before, I didn't have any space here that I could use because the apartment, it's a pretty good size, but it doesn't have a lot of lights in here. And you guys can see I have a really ugly carpet on the floor. The light is terrible. This is the only room that is well lit, which is my son's bedroom. It's the smaller bedroom. It gets a lot of lights in here. So I've been using this little corner in this space to shoot videos and do my reels, and it's been making me very uninspired and unmotivated. Sometimes I don't want to do anything because the space is not nice and pretty. It's not the way that I want it to be. Also, I have an online boutique and I haven't been able to shoot videos and stuff in this little corner, like photo shoots and stuff for my boutique in this corner. I've been renting out studio spaces. If you watch my last vlog, you guys saw I rent out studio spaces. I've been using other people's apartments. I just been doing a whole lot, spending a whole lot of money on spaces that are much nicer. And I could have just gotten a nicer apartment, because I know somebody might ask, like, why didn't you just get a nice apartment? But because I am planning to buy a house, I didn't want to get a nice apartment because nicer apartments are going to be a little bit more, and I don't plan on being, well, at least I did not plan on being in the apartment long term. It was going to be like a six to 8 months thing, and I still did not want to get into an apartment that's expensive because at any moment I can find a house that I like and I can move. So it's just going to be a waste of money. And sometimes the luxury apartments are not that spacious, especially if you're on the East Coast. They're a lot smaller. This apartment is bigger than Michael's apartment, and Michael have what's considered a luxury apartment. His apartment is like 700 square foot, and this apartment is a little over 1,000 square foot, I think. So I get a lot more space here. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Back in November, I had a photo shoot for Soma. I rented this studio space that is the photographer suggested. She said it was nice and airy. It have a lot of natural lights. It's very aesthetically pleasing for like photo shoots. For you guys who are not familiar with Soma, is more of like a pajamas loungewear, undies, that kind of stuff. So the photos needed to be like in the house and very casual. And since my apartment is not really up to part, there's nowhere really cute that I could have done that photo. We rented out the creative space. I went there and shot the photos. When I got there, I was like, oh my god, this space is so beautiful. I love it here. All the natural lights, the big window, the floors, the decor. It was so nice to have a space that you could just go and do work and come home, and it was already set up for like YouTube videos, photos, all of that good stuff. So when I was leaving, I actually went with Michael that day. It was on a Sunday, and we went to Philly, and then after that we went out on a nice little date. But when we was leaving the studio space that day, there was a sign on the building that said now leasing office spaces and studio space. So I told Michael, I was like, oh look, they are renting out spaces. And he was like, well, take the number and call them and ask how much. And I'm like, why? He was like, because it would be nice to have an office or a studio that you can come to and work. And I'm just like, I don't know about all that, but I'll take the number. Because in my mind, I'm thinking this is going to be very expensive, and that's extra expensive that I'm going to take, expenses that I'm going to take on. Even though my apartment doesn't really have that much, I don't have a lot of bills. I own my car, so I don't really pay for my car. So the only big bills I have is my rent, and my rent is really not that much. But because I'm planning on buying a house, I didn't want to take on any added expenses. So I was just like, I don't know. But he was like, well, call and find out how much it is. It doesn't hurt to call and ask. So I called them that day. No one answered. It was on a Sunday, and I left a voicemail. So I left them a voicemail, and I called my girlfriend Louisa. I call her my business bestie. I called Louisa because I usually call her for most of my business advice, and I discuss a lot of business things with her because I trust her opinion. She went to school. She have a master's in business. Not only that, but she runs her online businesses, and she's doing very well. And financially, she is she make good business decisions. So if I have anything that has to do with money or anything pertaining to my business, I'll usually ask her for her opinion. And her twin sister is a financial advisor that I work with as well. She helped me with some things, so I usually trust both of their judgments on financial things or business decisions. So when I called her that day, I wanted to run the idea by her and hear what she thinks, because she is someone that has also need a creative space. When I was in my old house, she used to come there and do her photos there and do some videos there as well. And when I moved to this apartment, even though the apartment is not that great, I mean, it's great for living, but for content creating, it's not the best. She came here and shot one of her campaigns here in the apartment. So she understands the struggle. So when I called her that day, I was like, hey, I came across the studio space. They have places up for rent. I'm thinking about maybe hearing what the price is and maybe possibly getting a studio space depending on how much it costs. But what do you think about this idea? And immediately she loved it. She was like, this is a great idea. This is great for creators because we always need somewhere to do photos. We need somewhere to do videos. And you don't always want to do things in your house. Because sometimes you just don't want to make a mess. You want to go out, work, and then come back. And at the same time too, not everyone have a IG ready house or apartment that they could do stuff in. So it makes a lot of sense. And Louisa doesn't really get excited about a lot of things that have to do with you spending money. She's very like budget conscious. She'll be like, all right, well, is that going to be profitable? Is that going to make you money? Does that make sense financially? So when she got excited about this, I was like, okay, so we're on the right path here. So she was like, yeah, this is a great idea. You can use it as an office. You can use it for your boutique, and you can also rent it out to other creators to use. So it generates income. So I was like, yay. But at the same time, I was still nervous about, you know, taking on the extra rent, even though I didn't even know how much it costs. And she was like, well, find out how much it is. And if you need a partner with you for us to do it together. That way you don't have to pay the full rent by yourself. We could do 50-50. So she brought that idea up, and I was like, that's not a bad idea, because then I won't have to worry so much about paying rent over there. And then when I get my house, I don't know how much the mortgage is going to be, paying mortgage and doing all of that by myself, because I didn't want to take on too many financial responsibility. Because when I do my financial planning, I plan it with just my money. I don't plan it with other people's money, because you got to learn to rely on your own money. So when they called me back, they said they had a space that was $700. and it was 1,000 square foot. So I was like, oh, this is great. 700 is not bad at all. I told Luisa, I was like, yeah, this is great. We can split it. That's amazing. I went to check out the space, but I did not love the space. This is back in December. It was nice and airy, but it was just long. It was, I don't know how to describe it. It was just like one long room like that, which is weird because I'm like, how are we gonna set this up? And there's only one big window, so when you're in the back of the room, there's no light. All right, so I was like, all right, this is not gonna work. We need something that's a little bit nicer. I'm the creative director. I like nice, pretty things, and Luisa is just like, how much is it gonna cost? Does this make financial sense? Blah blah blah. She's the money person, and I'm like, this is not gonna work. Aesthetically, this is not gonna work. So we ended up going to look at another space. I went to look at another space, and that space was 1,300. So we're not going up in the budget. I was like, 1,300. The 1,300 space I love. I was like, all right, this is a great space. It's wide. The windows are nice. All right, we can do this. The only problem with that space is it didn't have central heat. It didn't have central air. And the floors needed to be done. And it was like 1,000 square foot. You would have to do the floors yourself. So I was like, that's a lot of responsibility, especially since they don't have central heat. Trying to heat up a 1,000 square foot open space is going to be hard. That means we have to get like portable heat in the winter, and that's an older building. That's just going to be too much to heat up. I don't even know how the heating system will work. You will need like many portable heaters, or you will have to install radiant heat, and that was a lot. Also, they didn't have central air, so you have to put window unit AC, and I'm like, how is that going to work? Because in my old office space at my house, I had a window unit in the office because it was a garage that I was using as an office. And in the winter, when you have a window unit, you can't shoot YouTube videos. Like the way I'm sitting down talking to you guys, I can't do that with a window unit because the AC is going to be blowing and you guys are going to be hearing the AC making noise in the background. So you can't have a creative space that you're going to be using to do videos and create content, and that you're going to rent out to other creators if you have a window unit making a lot of noise in the background. So I was like, no, this is not going to work. We need something with central air and central heat. That's what happened with that space. I was really disappointed because I love the size of the space, and for the price, it was not bad. It was in a big industrial building. They had a lot of creators in that building. They had art gallery. They had a lot going on in that building. They had a nice lobby downstairs. So I was really sad about that. But I stuck with the same building people, and then I asked them if they had another space. Then I went to see another space that I fell in love with. This was about 1,600 square foot, and the rent on that was almost $1,800. So I was just like, oh, this is a lot. This is way out of what we wanted to pay. This is way out of our budget. I talked about it with Luisa. Luisa was like, this is too much. And it's a 2-year lease, so you're in a 2-year contract, and you have to pay $1,800, and then you still have to pay your own electricity, and you still have to pay your own heat. You have to pay everything. So when you calculate everything at the end, it's probably going to be, I want to say, roughly around $2,500. So that was way out of our budget, but it was a bigger space. The windows were amazing. It was beautiful. I loved this space. It was absolutely perfect, but financially it just didn't make sense, and I trust Luisa's judgment. I was just like, okay, this is not going to work. Fast forward, I've looked at other spaces, a million of space. I've been looking for space since November, and we could not find a space. So then we went back to the drawing board, and then I reached out to the lady with the 1,700 square foot space, and I was like, all right, I love this space. I think we're going to go with this space. So I told Luisa, if we go with this space, what I'm going to do is we're going to split it 3 ways. My boutique is going to cover some of the rent. My influencing business will cover half of the rent, and then you'll cover half. So instead of us splitting it 2 ways, it'll be 3 ways. That way, it'll even out. Even though technically I will still be paying a big portion of it because it's my boutique and my influencing business, so it's still me. But I was willing to do that because at this point I was really tired, and I had a lot of campaigns coming up, especially for the holidays, and I needed to do a lot of things, and I felt like it made more sense to pay $1,000 a month for rent for a space that I can go and create content than for me to be renting out spaces, because sometimes it costs me $400 here, $500 there, $400 here. So at the end of the month, I spend more money renting out spaces than I would if I just had my own space that I go to and pay rent in. So that was the agreement we came to We put our taxes together. We came up with the business name. They drew up the lease. Louisa is the is the person that do the paperwork and everything. She went over the lease. One of her other sisters is a lawyer as well. Went over the lease, and they were just like, no, the lease is not going to work because there were some things in there that it just wasn't going to work for us. So I was really disappointed with that again. Plus, she was like, this is a sign that this space is not going to work. The rent is too high. It's just too expensive, and then there was things in the lease that just was not going to work for us, so we had to let that space go. So at this point, I've completely given up on life. I was like, there's no hope. I'm never going to get this space. Let me just forget about it and focus on my house and find a house, and then I can have a space in my house that I can use. As you guys know, the house situation is not working out. It's taking longer than I even expected. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to rush with the house. I'm just going to wait for next year or wait to the end of this year and take my time and really find a house that I want. So then I got back on the studio bandwagon. And Michael, y'all, thank God for this man. He kept telling me, why don't you look in Delaware? Stop looking in Philly, look in Delaware, because Philly is an hour away from you. If you find something in Wilmington, like downtown Wilmington, where you go to do your photos, it will be great because it's 30 minutes away from Philly. It's 30 minutes from where you live, and it's very easy. There's parking. It's a quieter city. It's much easier. People can come from Philly. People can come from Maryland. People can come from Delaware. It's just better, and the rent will probably be cheaper. So look in Delaware. But for some reason, I was just like, oh, nobody comes to Delaware, so I'm not gonna look in Delaware. Then I found this one place. I called them, and the guy, I'm just gonna fast forward the story because I can talk a lot. The guy came, we went to see the space, and as soon as I walked into this space, y'all, I was just like, I love it. This is it. This is perfect. The floors is already done. The paint on the wall is, I mean, I'll probably paint it white, but the paint on the wall I can live with. I don't mind. It was under my budget. The big windows is just so perfect. It's so perfect. And I was just like, oh my God, thank you. And it's 30 minutes from where I live. It's 30 minutes from Philly. So it's in a good spot. It's where I go to take my photos downtown, so I can go to the office, do stuff there, go and shoot photos, come home. It is absolutely perfect. And I'm just so grateful for this space. We had to go through all of the paperwork. When did I find the space? I want to say I found the space last month or the month before. April. What month are we in? I think I found it the month before, because it was a whole process. Finding a space, they had to run all the business taxes, go through everything, make sure it was right. Anyway, moral of the story is I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. So I officially have an office space, studio space, creative studio, everything. And I'm so happy. I love it. I'll go and do a walkthrough with you guys so you can see what it looks like. It's divided into 3 rooms, which I don't mind because I have an idea of doing like 3 different themes in each room, so it can have its own vibe. It have a nice long entrance way, like a long hallway. So I'm thinking about just setting that up really nicely, having like a welcome station where we'll have like a table, a desk, have like a mini bar, have a coffee station, have mirrors on the wall. Just make it IG ready. Like from the moment you walk through that door, you're just like, oh, I need to take a picture. This place is cute. And then the 3 different rooms will have like different vibes. It's gonna be a lifestyle studio. One room we're gonna use just for like a actual studio where you can come and shoot photos. So it will just be the blank room with little props here and there, and maybe like the wallpapers for when you want to do photos. And then one room will be like maybe our video room. We'll make it nice and cute, make it super cute. And then the other room is gonna be like a lifestyle room. We'll have like an office, like a little living area. I'll be putting some pictures up on the screen from Pinterest so you guys can see. I want it to be very clean, very nice, just somewhere that you would love to go and work. When you go there, you feel super inspired to just create content, and it just brings you joy, because it's gonna bring me joy. So I am super excited about this, guys. This is gonna be my baby. I should say our baby, because my girlfriend Louisa, that I told you guys about, my business bestie, we're gonna be partnering on this. I'm really excited about it. She is an amazing business partner. I feel like all of the areas that I lack are the areas that she's really good and the areas that she is not so good as the area that I'm good at. I'm more of like, oh, I want this to be nice, I want it to be this color, this color. I'm more of the I'm trying to figure out the right word. I am the pretty things person, and she is more a budget conscious. She's more like, oh, let me do the paperwork, let me do this, let me do that, she likes that, so it works out perfectly. She will do all of the business side of it, and I'll do all the pretty side. I get to pick out the furniture, do the decorations, all of that good stuff. So I'm super excited. This space is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be our baby, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. I've talked enough. Let me go ahead and let you guys get the full tour. Saturday, I'm gonna go do a walkthrough with one of my girlfriends. She is a up and coming interior designer, so I'll do a walkthrough with her so she can give me some ideas if she thinks that is something that she could do. And then Monday, I have another appointment with an actual interior designer that I'm going to do a walkthrough with, because I want to hear different ideas. I want them to make different moon boards, and then I can look at it and decide which one. My camera cut off, but yeah, I want to get ideas from both of them and see which one I like, and then we'll decide which one I'm going to go with. I'm going to be sending them some ideas of what I have in mind, and I'll also put some ideas on the screen for you guys to see what I have in mind. I just want it to be so pretty, and I'm just so excited. I don't know if I told you guys about my outfit, but the shirt that I'm wearing, I picked up from the Goodwill. Absolutely love this shirt. It was like $3. And then I have on my black pair of Walmart jeans. That's about it, guys. Hopefully I vlog tomorrow, but I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Let me go ahead and roll the clips into the tour. I've talked enough. See you guys later. Bye. Empty tour of the space. I'm so excited. Let me turn the camera around. Okay. You guys see how good the light is in here? Alright, let's go. Yay! I'm so excited. So one is for the 2 front and back door. We're in the front entrance, but you can either come through the front or come through the back. And this is the main entrance of the building. This lobby hosts all of the offices that are here. Guests, as you guys can see, they have all the offices that are here. We're gonna have the studio name up there. I can't wait. And then there's a sign outside that's gonna have the name on it as well. But come on into the front. Let me give you guys a tour. Let's go. When you come, the ladies' room right here, and this is the men's room, and this is the studio number. We're gonna be in 201. 201. All right, come on in. When you enter, this is our hallway. We have this huge hallway. I hope you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm too far from the camera, but we have this huge hallway, and back here we have a coat hanger. So I'm gonna hang the keys on here. Hopefully I don't forget about it on there. And my vision for this hallway is to just glam it up and make it very pretty, make it Instagram ready. I'm thinking maybe we're gonna get like a desk here. We're gonna get like a coffee station, a little mini bar. We're gonna have all the good stuff here, maybe a full-length mirror. But I'm gonna walk to the interior designer on probably Sunday or Monday. I'll bring you guys along when I do the walkthrough for her to give me all of her ideas for us to work on it. And when we enter here, we have the first room. Welcome to the first room. I love that the rooms are divided because I'm thinking I'm gonna do different themes in each room. This table is not gonna be here. This is from the previous owner. We're probably gonna throw it out. I love the doors. I don't know if you guys can see the details on the door. It is nice and high. Look, a nice high door. All right, come on in. And what I love about this place is the big windows. It's so vintage. It just gives me like very elegant, sophisticated. I love the floors. You guys see the wood floors? And I love the window. It gets a lot of natural lights. I'm thinking we're gonna probably do more lights in here and maybe get like long blinds to go all the way around, long white ones, just to brighten up the room a little bit. So that's what I have in mind. We have central air, so it's gonna be nice and cool. So this is our first room. I haven't decided what we're gonna do with this room yet, but I'm thinking this is gonna be like the photo studio. We're not gonna have a lot of decors in here because I want it to be nice and empty. This wall over here is where we're gonna be doing most of the boutique photo shoots, and whoever rents it out to do photo shoots and stuff. This is where the photo shoot is gonna happen. So this will be our studio room. Now come on into the next room. Come along, come along. Over here, I'm gonna close this door so we can have a little surprise. Voila. All right, come in here. So this is the smallest of the 3 rooms. And I still love this room because it's really cute. I think in here, once we jam it up, make it look pretty, they have the nice big windows. I like the little full fireplace. I think this was a real fireplace, but then they closed it off for some reason. So we're gonna get some nice decors on here. In this room, we could do YouTube videos, we could do photos. It's gonna be really cute. We haven't figured out what the theme is gonna be yet, but I'm also thinking that we are probably gonna paint this wall white, because when I do my try on hauls and stuff, this is probably the wall that we're gonna be using. Or I can either use this wall right here in this corner, or I can use the fireplace. Just lots of great spots to do try on hauls. And you can also do photos in here too. And the person that owned this place last was a chiropractor, so they have this, I'm assuming they did this weird looking door, but it's kind of cute, I like it. And then when you come in here, this is our biggest room. I'm excited to show you guys, but I like this door because you'll be seeing a lot of reels on the IG done in front of this door, and you'll probably see a lot of try-ons done in front of the door. I think it's really cute, and I like that it's nice and high. So let's go ahead and open it up and go into the big room. And there are doors all throughout the hallway for you to have access to any one of the rooms. You don't have to walk through each room to get access to it. So this is the biggest room in the studio and my favorite. So I love this room because one, it's massive. The floor is beautiful. I love the molding on the fireplace. It's very pretty. I love this a lot. This is going to be the focal point of this room. Maybe we're going to get a nice artwork, get some decors on here. You can take photos in front of here. You can do videos. You can do so much. And the room is so big. This might be like the lifestyle space where we'll do like a little work desk and have maybe like a little couch and just do so much with it. We're gonna have fun with this space. I love the 2 big windows on the side. The windows do need to be cleaned. I'll show you guys the one on this side. And the landlord is gonna change the blinds probably on Monday. But the windows are so pretty, guys. Look at that. Once they change the blinds, then I can give you guys a full tour of what the window looks like. But it's beautiful. And like I said before, we might paint the walls white and then do white draping all the way around because it just makes the room very elegant. And I love it. Back here is the door. Again, I love the high door. That kind of reminds me of the doors in Texas. Nice and high. So you could also do try-ons right here in this little corner. And then this is the access to go back into the hallway. So yeah, this is the office space, the studio space. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. This is the empty studio tour, obviously, but in a few months you guys will see the finished product. And I'm excited to bring you guys along so you can see everything that I'm gonna be doing and share this journey with you guys. I'm out of breath, so I'm gonna take a break and I'll come back and talk to you all. Guys, I don't want to leave the office. I want to stay here forever. I love it here. I think I might paint the walls white, but I don't want to leave. I have nothing here. I don't even have a chair to sit in, so I have to leave. But I hope you guys enjoy the tour. I'll probably be back tomorrow or Sunday. I'm so excited to see how this place turned out. I have big dreams for it. The light is actually not that bad in here. So yeah, I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. If you're in Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Pennsylvania, even New York, the space will probably be ready for a booking. I want to say late May, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right, guys. We'll chat later.